if you are curious about the new Rare Beauty Discovery Eye Palette and whether or not it is truly long-lasting, crease-resistant, easy to wear, and pigmented, stay tuned because you and I are going to cover all of that in today's video. I love making beauty product reviews for you, and I also love trying out new makeup. So if you're also into that, make sure to subscribe, and also tell me in the comments below if you have tried anything from Rare Beauty, because surprisingly, this is the first time I'm trying Rare Beauty. So if you have any recommendations, let me know down in the comments below. And without further ado, let's get into this video. Let's first start with the primer. This is the Always an Optimist Weightless Eye Primer. It comes in this gorgeous frosted clear bottle with a doe foot applicator. It retails for $18 and contains 0.10 ounces or 3 milliliters. This primer claims to be lightweight with a creamy formula. It should dry quickly and give a silky smooth finish with a tinted peach shade. It's supposed to help colors pop, make shadows last longer, help prevent creasing, fading, and smudging. This is the Discovery Eyeshadow Palette. It retails for $29 and contains 7 warm neutral shades. You can get this at Sephora or the Rare Beauty website. This eyeshadow palette is a pressed powder formula. It contains 7 easy-to-wear, crease-resistant shades with a range of metallics, mattes, duochromes, and glitter finishes. These shadows should be buttery, blendable, and be easy to pair without much thought. These two products, the eyeshadow and primer, are also vegan and cruelty-free. Now, let's see some swatches. The first shade is Undeniable. This is a matte purple taupe. So these shadows are definitely buildable. If you want a really pigmented shade though, you will have to go in a few times because the first layer is really sheer. The next shade is Genuine. This is a matte peach. Next shade is Passionate. This is a duochrome magenta gold. This one builds up pretty easily because it is a metallic. This one is a duochrome, so it's cool. It changes from orange to pink. Next one is Accepting. This is a glittering rose to bronze, and this is meant to be a top coat. This is Loyal. This is a matte warm brown. And as you can see, it took me a really long time to build this one up. This one is Positive. This is a metallic pink champagne. And last but not least, Pure. This is a metallic true gold. Alright, so we have a lot of things to cover in this video. Rare Beauty says that you can take these metallic shades and use a fluffy brush to apply them all over the eyes. So we're going to try that out. We're also going to try to use every single shade in this palette just to see what they look like, to see how easy they are to apply, to see how the formula feels like. And then we're also gonna do a full day's wear test to see if these are actually long lasting. And we're gonna do one side with primer and one side without. So let's go. We're gonna first go in with the Rare Beauty primer. It definitely has a creamy formula. I like that it's not gonna dry down really fast. I'm going to apply this primer how I would with any other primer, and I'm gonna use a beauty blender because the beauty blender gives me the smoothest finish. I do like how gentle this primer feels. I also actually like the color. Like, you do get a pretty good pigment from this primer. Feels very soft, a little tacky, definitely more on the hydrating side. Now, according to the website, it says that you can take the metallic shades and apply them all over your lid with a fluffy brush and then just use that as an all-over color. So I'm gonna start off with this shade, Passionate, and we're going to try and see if we could just put this on a fluffy blending brush and see if we could just wash this over our eye. So it's very light. The first layer is very light, but what I love about these shadows is that they're so buildable. And honestly, when I was swatching it on my hand, you can just keep building it. It's almost like it doesn't stop. So I'm going to build up this color just so we could see how much pigment we can get. That's really pretty. So you definitely can use this as a one and done type of shadow. The fluffy brush is not going to make it that pigmented, so I'm gonna go in with my finger and dab it onto the lid. Yeah, so it just makes it a little bit more pigmented, and then if I want to build it up, I can do that. It's a really soft texture. I do really enjoy the way these eyeshadows feel. It doesn't feel like it's cheap, it doesn't feel chalky. So that is Passionate. I bought this off Amazon. It's a quick color removal. Quick color removal. So it's like a sponge inside of here and it removes all the pigment off of your brush. It's so cool. I'm now gonna go in with this color. I believe this is the shade Positive. It's another metallic-y shade. I think the packaging is super cute. It's also really easy to travel with because it's really lightweight. I also like that the colors are, they definitely are, it seems like it's easier to wear. So it's definitely something that you would want to travel with when you don't want to put too much thought into what eye look you want to do. However, the little moon shapes do become a little inconvenient when I have to dip the brush in. Like, it's not a huge deal, but again, I think it would just be better if it was like a rectangle. So again, the design is really cute, so you kind of don't mind it too much, but you know, it does make it a little inconvenient. Again, very subtle. You can't even see it on camera. So I'm gonna go in again, but in the mirror, I can see it a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty. It's like a peachy pink shade. I almost feel like you could use this as a highlight. Okay, again, I'm going to take my finger in there because honestly, I don't think I'll be able to build it up too much because it is so light. Like I said, I don't really mind it. On camera, I can see it and it's just very, very subtle. So when I dip my finger in it, I have to go like this. So it's not the most enjoyable process, but it's not bad. And I really do like the way these eyeshadows feel. It's like, it's more smooth than it is buttery. So you can kind of see, it's like a very, 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 very subtle pink. I'm curious to see how other people feel about this building up of a shadow. I know a lot of people like to get that pigment when they first dip it into there. But again, I really do like the idea that I can get a very minimal look. Like, it doesn't have to be deep pigment because maybe not everyone likes that. I really don't mind it. But I was just thinking that it's very interesting that this is a type of palette where we constantly have to dip into it in order to get a good pigment, while at the same time, it's not a very comfortable experience to go in with your finger or a brush. So I think in this case, since it is a buildable formula, I think it probably would have been better if these were rectangular. I mean, I could just like rub it up and down like this. I don't know, maybe it's the OCD in me that feels like I need to get like every corner. So we're gonna go ahead and remove these and try out more colors. It is interesting to note that this side was a little bit more difficult to remove. The metallic, the shade Passion, which was the metallic pink shade, it was a little bit more difficult to remove this shade. I really, really like this primer for some reason. It's just like the perfect perfect color, really easy to blend out, doesn't look patchy at all. I have a lot of issues with eyeshadow primer. It starts to look patchy on the eyes. So overall, I don't know, I really do like this primer. This is probably one of my favorite shades. It is the color Pure, and it's just this lovely like goldeny yellow color. I have to be very careful like when I'm putting my brush into it. But again, I don't know, I don't really mind so much because it's such a cute palette. Like in person, this is so cute. It's super lightweight. It's got a nice little pinky color. I really like Rare Beauty's packaging, and now that I'm experiencing it for the first time, it definitely makes this brand unique. Like I said, if it was little rectangles, it would have been better, but it's just also so cute that they're little moon shapes. So it's like, I can't really complain, you know? Ooh, this one goes on so nicely. I love this one. And this one's a lot more pigmented, but again, I like that I can do this amount because it's very subtle with a little bit of color, but I like the subtleness. Like I I'm really content with just this look right now. So definitely the metallic shades, you can just use them as an all-over color and be done with it. I have a lot of eyeshadow colors in this shade. This one's a little bit different because it's more on the yellowy side. Usually when I have this shade of eyeshadow, it's more on the golden side, if that makes sense. Oh gosh, that's so beautiful. I love this color. I'm gonna do a matte shade on this side, and then I'm gonna go in with the topper. I'm gonna use my Morphe M433. I'm just gonna go for a light shade, so I'm gonna use this shade. This is in Genuine. There is a little bit of fallout in the pan, just a little bit, not super horrible. It's buttery and soft, like a mixture between the both, if that makes sense. I am using a blending brush. I think the word is dense. It's not like as dense, so it's not picking up the pigment as well, but I kind of like that because it allows me to constantly get this like blurred out look as I'm applying my shadow. And as you can see, the more that I dip into this product, I'm able to build it up. Very easy to blend. All right, now I'm gonna go in with my finger. I feel like that's the only way I'm going to be able to pick up this color. So I'm gonna go in with my finger and I'm gonna top off this color. I have one fleck underneath my eye, which is going to be really easy to remove. I could just use tape or spoolie to remove that. I don't know if it's user error, but I just have to fix some of the splotchy parts right here. I did hear one YouTuber say that she didn't really like this circle glitter. Apparently a lot of people don't like the pressed glitter. I don't really mind pressed glitter, but I think maybe this would have been better as like maybe a metallic shade. I just don't feel like I'm gonna gravitate towards this a lot because I think it's kind of hard to blend out. And then when I try to blend it out, it ends up getting all over my eye when I really just want it to go over here. And if I do rub it, then I end up having more fallout. So I don't think I'll reach for this that often. The only issue is that I do really like it. I think it looks really beautiful on the eyes. Maybe I just had to center it in the very center of my eye. Maybe it's user error and I'm just not good with applying these glitter shades. I have applied some ColourPop glitter shades and I really like them, but this one I feel like is a little bit more difficult to work with. Like I said, over here it's a little bit splotchy, like there's a little bit more on this side, and I'm not really able to like smoothen it out. Now we are going to do our final eye look. And I'm going to do one side with primer, and then I'm going to do one side without. It says that these are supposed to be easy to wear. They definitely are easy to wear. And it's supposed to be really easy to pair the colors. It says that you won't even have to think about it. You'll just be able to easily pair them. So let's see how true that is. We have 3 mattes in here, and I want to try to use them all. So let's use them all. So I'm going to take the shade Genuine and I'm going to put that all over my eye, but I'm also going to put it in the crease. I'm going to leave the base of my eye. I'm only going to do like 2 swipes because I want to keep this area light. Okay, I'm going to have to do 3 coats on this eye. This side without the primer. And honestly, it doesn't look that different. I do feel like this side though with the primer is a little bit more smoother. Going to apply it in my crease. I might build it up a little bit more in my crease because I do want it to look more orangey in the crease. I like that because now you're able to get a deeper crease and then the base can be a lighter color. Like you can even use just one color and kind of get 2 different looks. I'm gonna use my Morphe E22. It's like a bullet blending crease brush. Yeah, honestly, both sides look very similar. It's just that the primer side is definitely a lot smoother. But the pigment is it's pretty much the same, I feel like. So I'm gonna go in with this shade, which is the shade Undeniable. So I'm gonna try to put this like on top. This color actually doesn't pick up very well. It almost feels like it's more of a contour shade. Let's try to use a denser brush. Okay, I was able to get a little bit more pigment with this brush, but you will have to use a denser brush. But it is okay because they do say that on the website, that some of the shadows will work better if you use a denser brush. It's like a mauve-y purplish color. I'm just gonna blend that out. Let's go into the last shade, which is, this is Loyal. And then I'm gonna do the very top with this color. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you do. It's always like the first layer is going to be very faint. So this is just a very warm brown. It's just brown. I like it though. Blend it out a little bit more now that I'm using the Morphe M4441 brush. I just feel like this little line up here was really harsh. I'm just really trying to like smoke it out. I do feel like we could get away with applying pink. So I guess let's make it a little bit more spring friendly. And I'm gonna go in with, I don't know why I always forget this, Passionate. I think Huda Beauty has a similar shade to Passion. I think this is one of my favorite shades in here. It really just makes it fun. And you have these like nice neutral muted tones, and then you have this like pop of fun pink. I really like this one. I'm gonna take a pencil brush and I'm gonna go in with the shade Positive, and I'm gonna use that to highlight. Again, if you want more color payoff, you're gonna have to go in at least 2 times. And if you want more color payoff, just keep building it. I'm gonna go in with the shade Pure, which is this which is this yellowish golden color, and I'm gonna use that for the inner corner of my eyes. Oh, it works. So yeah, I guess you really can play around with these colors, and I just use every single color on my eye. Okay, that is it for the final look. I just went ahead and applied eyeliner, and I'm also using the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara paired with the Benefit They're Real Magnet Mascara paired with Lancome Primer. So the last test is to come back later and see if this is truly crease resistant and to see if it's long lasting. So I will pop back in later today. Okay, now for the final verdict. It's now 12, so it has been officially 6 hours. Honestly looks identical to when I first put it on. The rest of my face, however, is another story. I don't see any creasing. I don't see any fading. Just still looks the same. So in terms of long lasting, it's definitely long lasting. We also can see that it's very easy to wear, super easy to wear. I am very inexperienced when it comes to eyeshadow, and yet this was very easy to achieve. That is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to give me a thumbs up if you did, because it would really help me to just know how my content is doing. And again, make sure to subscribe if you like to watch product review videos, if you like to see reviews on a new popular trending makeup, then you should subscribe. I don't really know why you're not subscribed, because you already made it this far. If you are subscribed, thank you. Anyways, again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye.